Okay, parents, bring it in. Let's talk. Let's talk. First and foremost, Happy New Year to you. It is January 1st, 2026, and I have mixed feelings about this one. Georgia passed a new law that goes into effect this year, starting in July, and it's called the Distraction Free Education Act. So, I wanted to talk to you all about it and just kind of share some of my thoughts. I live in Georgia, and I know this law may impact a lot of the people that follow this account. So, basically, this law is stating that no personal devices are allowed for K through 8 students, no smartphones, no tablets, no smartwatches. These type of devices has to be locked away during the school day. And honestly, I go back and forth on this one, and I go back and forth on this one because of a couple of reasons. First and foremost, I am a millennial. We didn't have phones in the kindergarten, first, second, or third, or fifth or sixth grade. I didn't get my first phone until I was in college. And I made it. I know we are in a new day and a new time, and I will get to some tips for how to parent students in situations like this. But also, as a parent, having access to your student in the case of emergency is paramount. I completely understand that, especially in the country that we live in, where there are more mass school shootings and things that's just happening during the school day where our children should be safe. So, again, as a parent, emergency communication completely matters. And on the other hand, just my personal opinion, children that are in first, second, third grade, really 10 and under, they don't need a phone during the school day, during instructional time. Middle school, high school, potentially having it if your child is disciplined enough to only use it in the case of an actual emergency. So here's why the law exists. Part of the goal is to reduce distractions and to reduce cyberbullying and to keep kids focused. And I do understand that part because listen, these kids are glued to their phone and it makes it challenging, even as an educator myself, when we are competing with the student and the phone in their hand. And so here is the real work for parents. Since it is what it is, we can focus on preparing our students. And here are a couple ways that you can do that. First and foremost, you want to give your children language. They should know exactly what to say when they need to make a phone call. They can say things like, I don't feel safe. I need to call my parent. Can I please go to the office? We also need to normalize speaking up, okay? And let them know that they are never in trouble or in the wrong when they are asking for help. We can also do some role playing at home. You can practice scenarios to boost their confidence through repetition. You want to teach them discernment, not fear. Phones don't replace communication skills like we do. I don't think this law is all bad. I don't know that it's all good either. But I do think it's a reminder that parenting in this generation looks completely different and preparation is going to be really critical. Listen, preparation matters more than the device. And so there is a way to make sure your student can advocate for themselves when they need to make phone calls. It will be interesting to see if learning loss is reduced. It would be interesting to see if grades go up. And just really the impact, the longer term impacts of this law. I am curious to know your thoughts. What are your thoughts on this law that's passed already? Let me know in the comments.